Was there a moment where you knew I have to do something different?
Yes, I feel like when I started to, again, like I said, focus on myself, but there was this sadness. And I knew that life is short.
Get ready because this story is about to get intense. Tia M just dropped some huge revelations about her relationship with her twin sister, Tamera Mowry, and it's got everyone talking. Once the ultimate sister duo, Tia and Tamera, ruled the 90s TV screens with Sister, but now they seem to be distant from each other. What happened? Why did two women who always seemed inseparable drift apart? Let's get into the details because there's a lot to unravel here.
Unpack.
Yeah. Your sister just announced that she's going to be getting a divorce.
Yes.
Does a half of your heart break for her?
I support her.
Yeah.
So, whatever she wants, the Mowrys have her back. I love her dearly. She is strong. But I know right now she just kind of wants to, just process it all, take it all in and, be a little private about that. And, as a sister, I'm just going to respect that.
Totally. Of course.
Let's take it back to when Tia and Tamera were the definition of sibling goals. These two stole the show with their unforgettable roles in Sister, making it look like their bond was unbreakable. Off-screen, their lively personalities and constant support for each other only made their connection even more appealing. Fans believed their relationship was rock solid, the kind of sisterhood that could handle anything.
This is a completely different situation. The difference is at your wedding, I didn't step down. When I was Tia's maid of honor, I was there for her 110%. So I expect the same from her. When you said you didn't want to be the maid of honor, Andrea has stepped up. Andrea has done a phenomenal job. Do you know what we're doing at my bridal shower? She hasn't even communicated with me. Tia, that's because you don't want to be it. No, that doesn't, just because I didn't want to be the maid of honor,
That's the difference.
doesn't mean that Andrea shouldn't have.
But as Tia recently revealed, that perfect image was far from the truth. In a revealing interview with Entertainment Tonight, Tia admitted that she and Tamera aren't as close as they once were, and that's putting it mildly. Tia shared that their lives have taken different directions and hinted at some long-standing issues that have been building up over time. To be honest, there have been signs of tension for a while. Remember when Tamera got married? Tia was noticeably missing from several important moments. Tamera even talked about it, saying, "You said you wanted to be my maid of honor, but you couldn't be there for a lot of things." She added that while she tried to dismiss it as just Tia being Tia, it still hurt.
Communicated with me. It's because you said you didn't want to do it. The thing is she's worked damn hard. When you said you didn't want to. All right, Tamera. All right. And the thing is I did want a matron and a maid.
God, that's not good. That's just gonna wipe off the makeup.
Well, you know what, Tamera? Like I said, Jessica was very devastated. She wasn't my maid of honor. So it'll be Andrea maid of honor or your sister maid of honor. That's all.
Social media also gives us some clues. Fans have noticed that Tia and Tamera hardly comment on or like each other's posts anymore. For twins who used to be inseparable, that's definitely a red flag. Back in 2022, a fan on Twitter even asked Tia why she wasn't promoting Tamera's book launch, and Tia's vague reply, "Life gets busy," raised some eyebrows. So what's really going on? A lot of it seems to come down to their different lifestyles. Tia, who's been juggling the chaos of Hollywood while raising two kids, has always been the more free-spirited, liberal twin. On the other hand, Tamera chose a quieter life in Napa Valley, focusing on her family and helping her husband with their family business.
One of my friends, she sent this beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce. And it's all about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a career.
In a now viral TikTok video, Tia hinted at the distance between her and Tamera, saying sometimes life pulls you in different directions, even from the people you love most. Fans quickly made the connection, with one user commenting, "This sounds like she's talking about Tamera." And let's not forget Tia's recent divorce from Corey Hardrick after 14 years of marriage. Everyone thought Tia would turn to her twin for support during such a difficult time, but it turns out that wasn't the case. While Tamera did publicly express her support in an interview with E! News, her response felt a bit distant. "I support her," Tamera said. "Whatever she wants, we've got her back." The lack of warmth in her tone didn't go unnoticed, and fans quickly took to Reddit to analyze every word.
that she didn't know that a reality show was coming, like you were doing one. So is there a reason why you didn't tell her?
That's normal. I mean, do you tell your brother and your sister everything?
Well, I do tell them anytime I get a new job or something of significance.
You know, it's something that just happens. I mean, I found out something about my brother the other day and he didn't tell me. It's just, I feel like, you know, like I said,
this is significant.
To make matters worse, Tia's divorce announcement came just as Tamera was promoting her book. Some fans speculated that Tia's timing wasn't a coincidence, accusing her of overshadowing her sister's moment. Tia, however, shot down these claims, saying, "Life doesn't happen on anyone's schedule but your own." But the tension between them started showing up long before Tia's divorce. In an episode of their reality show Tia and Tamera, the sisters had a heated argument over something that seemed small. Tamera accused Tia of being selfish, and Tia shot back, saying Tamera was too sensitive. The argument left fans stunned, with one tweeting, "The twins' dynamic is not what I expected. They argue like they're not even friends."
Yeah, but like I said, I think it's normal, you know, for you not to tell everyone everything. It doesn't mean anything, you know. There's nothing loaded, you know, with that, I guess. You know, it is, she's living her life, I'm living my life, you know, we don't have to tell each other everything, and that's very normal.
Their failed business venture didn't help things either. The twins once tried to launch a joint project, a wine brand, but Tia's busy acting schedule got in the way, causing the plan to fall apart. Tamera reportedly felt hurt, seeing it as yet another example of Tia prioritizing her career over their partnership. Social media has been full of rumors about their strained relationship. One now-deleted Instagram post from Tia sent fans into a frenzy. The post read, "Sometimes the people you think will be there forever are the first to go." Although she didn't mention any names, fans flooded the comments with questions about Tamera.
You know, it's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands. You know, no one's there for you, and it's just like, you know, you're a man, especially a black man. Well, he's, you know, he's tough, he's strong, but you know, it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. You know?
Tamera, for her part, hasn't been shy about addressing the rumors. In a 2023 interview with People, she said, "People grow, that doesn't mean you stop loving them. It just means you love them differently." Pretty cryptic, right? And here's where things get wild. There's a new rumor going around that the rift between the sisters might involve some behind-the-scenes family drama, straight out of a crime novel. According to a thread on a celeb gossip forum, a dispute over family finances could have played a role. Allegedly, a large sum of money from their shared accounts went missing, and both sisters have privately blamed each other. While there's no solid proof, the whispers are enough to make you start wondering.
Yeah, nobody see that. Yeah. You know, like, you know, you live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people will know Corey Archer know that his kids and his family was everything to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm stronger than I thought I was. Yeah. I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God, it's like, I'm here and I'm still.
For Tia, the estrangement seems to be weighing heavily on her emotionally. In her new docuseries, Tia Mowry, My New Act, she opened up about how lonely she's felt since her divorce. "I've always had someone by my side," she said. "First Tamera, then Corey, and now it's just me." She's also been open about the difficulties of co-parenting and navigating the dating world as a newly single mom. In a recent Instagram Live, Tia admitted, "Sometimes I wish I could just call my sister and vent, but that's not where we are right now."
It stopped being the punishment your mom enforced on you and started to become your dream.
I would say after she passed away.
Oh.
You know, seeing how hard she worked for us. Just look back, it's just amazing just to see a woman like that. And she didn't like graduate high school, like she went to like 9th grade education, but I had it all. So I'm like, you know, my mom showed me what it was to like work hard for things in life and have passion and go after it and have faith. So yeah, but her passing, it got serious like 3 years later. And then I said, when I moved to LA I was on a plane. I had a one-way ticket. I was looking out the window, like looking up and looking at her. Like when I fly on planes, I have to have the window seat so I can talk to her. Like every job I get, it's like that gets me closer to her. You know, I've been doing that for like.
Fans, of course, have their own theories. On Reddit, one user wrote, "Tia airing all this out feels manipulative. She knows people will blame Tamera." Another user commented, "Tamera has always been the more emotional twin. Maybe she's protecting her peace by keeping her distance." As of now, it doesn't seem like Tia and Tamera are in any rush to mend things. Both sisters appear focused on their own lives, with Tia diving into acting projects and Tamera enjoying her quieter family life. But here's the big question. Can their bond ever be restored, or is this the end of the iconic duo? What do you think? Is there hope for Tia and Tamera to rebuild their relationship, or is this estrangement permanent? And what about the rumors regarding the missing family money? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're as hooked on Hollywood drama as we are, make sure to subscribe for more juicy gossip. You won't want to miss what's coming next.